everyone, and welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations, and welcome to All Things Yarn Related, which is just a renaming of Friday's update video. And I'm going to maybe try to change the flow of how the video goes, and if you have any feedback, please let me know down in the comments that whether you like or dislike something that I am doing and changing. So these changes might happen throughout the next few weeks or next few months. We'll see how things go, but I would love to hear you guys' feedback. And everything that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is just some work in progresses and finished objects that I have been working on this past week. So go ahead, grab your yarn, grab your project, maybe coffee, tea, or whatever you're sipping on, and let's go ahead and start this chit chat session. Thank you all for being here, whether you're new or returning. I greatly appreciate having you guys here and enjoy interacting and the support this far for the channel. So let's go ahead and address the mannequin in the room. So here is the finished product of my mystery crochet long that I had for 5 weeks, starting sometime in November. I think it was November 9th, 10th, something like in the first or second week of November is when the mystery crochet long started, and it just ended last Sunday, which was December 10th. So here is the finished product, and like I said, I would show you guys last week. You would have to wait until this week to actually see the finished product, unless you watch the final reveal. But the overall theme of this was the lyrics to Walking in a Winter Wonderland. That way, if you were to make this wrap for somebody, or even somebody was out, you were out in public wearing it, and somebody said, "Oh, I really like your wrap," you can kind of tell the story behind the wrap. So again, it was lyrics to Walking in a Winter Wonderland. So clue number 1, which is back here, you can't really see. I'll making sure I'll insert some pictures. The first clue was Snow is Glistening, which I kind of talk about everything in the final reveal. So if you would like to know a little bit more detail as far as why I've chose the lyrics I did, then you can go watch that video. But clue number 1 was Snow is Glistening, and then it ties into clue number 2, which is a sleigh bells ringing, are you listening? Clue number 3 is As We Dream by the Campfire. Clue number 4, which you can see kind of right here, is In the Meadow We Can Build a Snowman. And then clue number 5 was the final reveal, which was Walking into a Winter Wonderland, which kind of looks like tracks. So that's kind of the overall theme of this. I greatly enjoyed working on this mystery crochet long. I did have to change some things right at the last minute, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but it was even a mystery to me of how it was going to work out because I hadn't pre-worked one of these out. So thank you all who have participated or just supporting the mystery crochet long. I greatly appreciate it, and it was a joy running the mystery crochet long. So there is that, and the main thing that I have been wanting to accomplish this week is, for one, making hats. So these last few weeks I have been talking about how I'm wanting to make some hats and donate them to some kind of charity or homeless or some kind of community thing that goes on in my own community. I still haven't yet looked more into it. I've just been cranking on my Sentro, and I've been a little busy this week with hats. So here is one hat that I did make this week, which this is going to be specifically mine. And this was made out of wool. I'm very iffy about giving other people wool products because I don't know whether somebody's going to be allergic to them or not. So I kind of stick to acrylic yarns when making somebody something. But anyways, I was able to accomplish, I think 10 or 11 hats this week. Plus I also dipped into my my finished object stash and just some hats that I've been gifted over the years. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the ones that I no longer wear, because I feel like as if they're better used off if somebody else is using them versus myself. So first we'll go over the hats that I have been working on. So here is number one, or I have finished, and this one is kind of reversible. So there is one hat, and that was made out of Mandela yarn. Here's another hat, which was also made out of Mandela yarn. I don't think it was the same colorway. And then I did finally finish this hat, which I showed off once I got it off the loom last week. I absolutely do love this one because I love the play and the color, or in the yarn, that how it's played out. So I do really love this one, and I've been about tempted to keep it, but it's got to go to those who are in need. And then I made two of these, which is just this mint color green, and then there's the second one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hats so far. And then there's this one, which is reversible. This kind of reminds me of a creamsicle, so it's white on either the inside or outside, and then orange on either inside or outside. And then this one kind of reminds me of buttered popcorn. It's just yellow. I think most of these were Hobby Lobby yarns. And then there's this one. And last week I talked about this one being the one that I was going to keep, but after working it up, I didn't really like how the yarn played out. But I think I made this one to the size of maybe a small child, so it might go to a little boy. It just depends on how they distribute the hats. But that is kind of cute for a little boy though. And then last but not least, this one. So with all the hats that I've worked up, I think I have in total made 14 or 15 hats. I do have all the hats in my Santa bag right now. That is going to have to be upgraded shortly. So I'll show you guys some of the hats that I am also getting rid of, which puts me up to, I think, about 28 to 30 hats this far. So here is, I made this hat back in the beginning of this year. This was the groovy hat that I did my yarn roulette in. So there is that. You can find the tutorial, and I'm making sure I put the links to any kind of tutorials that I do have. And here is the second one that I actually did the tutorial in. And then just a random hat that I did have, which was a messy bun beanie. And then another random hat that I had made, and this was actually Bag O Day, and it is also messy bun beanie as well. I made that a few years ago. And then some of you guys might actually recognize this hat. This was Regina's, I think one of her very first knitted written patterns, which was Regina over at Marsh Knitting 101. Making sure her channel is linked down in the description box for you guys if you want to go check her out. But that was her boo hat. This one I made last year. I have to still sew in the ends. I'm bad about sewing in the ends. But I can't remember exactly what pattern this was, but it is using double yarn, or 2 strands of yarn. So there is that one. That one's actually kind of cool because it does, I think you can reverse it. It has like a honeycomb to it, and it is also a messy bun as well. So there is that one. And then another random hat that I've been gifted throughout the years. And then another random hat gifted throughout the years. And then this is a slouchy. I've been debated on whether to actually give this one away or keep it. I do have a duplicate of it, so I haven't decided. But this one is the Cloister beanie or slouchy, and it does go with the Cloister duster vest that I made back at the beginning of this year as well. So here is some of the texture in it. So there is that one. And then another random beanie. That one is also a messy bun. I used to be really big into the messy bun beanies. And then another random hat. And then last two, one are duplicates as well. And this is Walking in the Snow Pines, I think, or Winter in the Snow Pines or something like that. It is my own pattern, and this does have a written and tutorial on it. Making sure that is also down in the description box for you guys. You can't really see the pattern in this one, but there's that hat, and then this is where you can actually kind of see how it got its name and the pattern overall. So those are all the hats that I'm going to be donating and giving away that I no longer use or don't even wear. So that's really, other than working on Rebecca's shawl, that's really all I have been working on this past week. Oh, I forgot, I did start on a knitted sock for my daughter. So I got one knitted sock done. I still have to work on the second one, which I'm horrible about starting one and then not finishing it. But I do need to finish it because she's already been bugging me about wearing this sock. She loves her socks. So I did get a sock completed. So other than Rebecca's shawl, which I might give you guys a slight little glance real quick of what I've got worked up so far. Like I said, slight little glance, so you can't really see too much. But I'm at the point now where I can start working on the tutorial part of it. So I do want to thank those who have been interested on the knit along, which that would, I don't know if it's going to be a two-part or if it's just going to be one tutorial in, or if it's just going to be one tutorial. Which more likely it's just going to be one tutorial because the crescent shape, the main portion of the shawl, is pretty self-explanatory. There's not too much about it. It's just a stockinette stitch and then an increasing and decreasing, so there's really not too much to it. And then so far the edging or the trim work that I do have in mind, it is going to be about a 20 row edging, and I'm going to love it. It is going to have a picot cast off. I haven't got a date set just yet. It probably won't be until sometime after the first of the year because I don't think I'm going to be able to get the shawl completed, the shawl completed and sent to her by the first of the year with holidays coming up and everything. So it more likely is going to be after the first of the year. There will be no update next Friday with Christmas, and there will be no video on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, which is next Sunday. Due to with the holidays, there will be a video Wednesday, but it might be just like a short video or time lapse or something. I don't think I'm going to do a tutorial this week, so nothing really too special coming out this week. And then for New Year's Eve, there also won't be a video as well, which we have plans for New Year's Eve. We were invited to a pig roast, so I think that's what we're going to be doing for New Year's Eve. So that is really all I have been working on this past week. Before I go, I know some of you guys were interested in the next crochet along, which is going to be the shawl. I was not able to work on any of it this week due with trying to make hats and then also mainly trying to focus on Rebecca's shawl. but that one probably also won't be out until sometime after January. I'm hoping that Rebecca's shawl can be released by the first, if not second week of January. And then hopefully the next crochet along will be out by the end, if not beginning of February. End of January, beginning of February. There is going to be something taking place in January, mid-January, that I can't give you guys details just yet. I'm very excited for it, and I know Shannon over at Shannon Talks Yarn, she's very excited for it too, but you guys can't get any details until closer to the date, which we have been able to set a date. January 20th as of right now. I will give you guys more updates until then. Right now, Shannon's kind of wanting to keep it a little hush-hush, but once we are closer to the timing that I can actually release something and let you guys know what's actually going on, then I will. But that is all that I really need to share with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your week. Please have a Merry Christmas, and if I don't see you guys for New Year's, please have a Happy New Year's as well. And I will see you guys next time.